And welcome everybody to the Huddle, KGUN9's weekly streaming sports talk show. We usually do it on Tuesdays. Today we're doing it on Wednesday.
That's okay.
And that's because our producer Ryan celebrated a birthday.
Happy belated birthday to Ryan. Yesterday was his birthday.
All right. We start every week with our Huddle poll question. We're going to do that again today. Has to do with Arizona rebuilding its roster for next year. All right, what do you think? Here's the Huddle poll question. You can vote on X. We're going to show the results at the end of the show. What grade would you give the Arizona basketball 26-27 roster rebuild so far? A, good transfers and recruits. B, solid but needs more. C, too many questions. D, incomplete. Pat, I think B and D is what I'm kind of going by. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and go solid but needs more, right? Obviously, we still need some from the front court, but issues in the backcourt and some players there have definitely been added.
And as always, Jason, you come up with these poll questions. Good job with this one, but every one of these can be true at the same time, at least a little bit of all of them, and I think that's where it is now. So far, so good. Solid but needs more. Too many questions. Well, there are some questions, and definitely D, incomplete. I did go with B, solid but needs more. They're not done yet, and we don't even know exactly which one of the guys that we think might come back, Mo Krivas or Ivan Karchenkov, are they really going to come back? Is Dwayne Aristode really going to be gone, or are they going to find a way to keep him?
No.
I'm just saying, we don't know that for a fact. And until guys actually sign with other teams or decide to come back or enter the NBA draft, we don't know.
If we're a couple of weeks from now, I would go with D, incomplete. But I think the team deserves the program. Tommy Lloyd deserves the benefit of the doubt right now. It's only been a week or so into this transfer portal. So let's talk about who they have so far, right? They've got Derek Dixon. He's going to be that point guard, replacing Jaden Bradley. Yep. I know that's big shoes to fill, but this is a guy, 6'5", comes from North Carolina, hopefully have a big improvement from his freshman to his sophomore year. A little bit more of a combo guard, I'm getting the feel, than maybe a pure point guard, but he also can play at the other guard position, and that's where J.J. Mandequick comes in. He is a pure point guard, somebody who Tommy Lloyd coached with under-19 FIBA basketball, was a freshman at Washington this past year.
But he's kind of an upgrade over Evan Nelson to me. He's going to get more playing time than Evan Nelson got. You're going to rely on him a little bit more.
All the pieces aren't going to fit interchangeably from last year.
And that's a good point, Jason.
There's Derek Dixon.
We look at Dixon. I look at this as, our bar is getting raised and raised, right? As last year we were so excited about these freshmen, but we didn't expect a Final Four team. They go to the Final Four. Now our bar gets raised even more. And we looked at what, say, Michigan did with all these players that transferred in. So now you're trying to work the freshman, Caleb Holt coming in with the transfer portal. So you're trying to do it a little bit differently than Michigan did, but a little bit differently than you did last year. You're gonna look to the transfer portal. So our bar gets raised, and that therefore we're like, well, is that enough? No, probably not. And
I think the backcourt is set.
Yeah, I do too with that.
If you have Derek Dixon, J.J. Mandequick, Caleb Holt, I'm thinking maybe Caleb Holt and Dixon are the starters, right? With Mandequick coming off the bench, and then you move kind of Dixon over there to the second guard position, right? With the other fourth guard being, and the guy who's probably going to be the eighth player this year is Bryce James. Right.
Yeah.
Now, when we think about the eighth player from last year, Dwayne Aristode, he was a small forward. That doesn't mean the eighth player has to be a small forward this year. You can play three guards. Mm-hmm. So this way, Bryce is the fourth guy, but so it's not a ton of pressure on him, but gives him an opportunity to play some minutes and maybe be that eighth guy. That's kind of how I'm seeing the backcourt for next year.
I agree with all of that, but now there's still big question marks about the front court and whether or not Mo Krivas sticks around, if Karchenkov's around, if you're going to go into the portal and perhaps get another big that we don't know about yet. There have been some rumors that haven't come true, so we'll see. I think that's where the incomplete grade comes in, and why you can say two or three of those of your poll question can be true at the same time.
Well, in the small forward position, apparently it was reported that they told Dwayne Aristode that he may not have a role for next year. They couldn't guarantee one. Look, Dwayne Aristode didn't have a great year. He could shoot a three here and there, but he didn't really seem like he could create his own shot. He didn't go in the game. He certainly didn't go in the game and do that. Right?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so the small forward for next year, if Ivan Karchenkov is coming back, you like to think that he is, and maybe that's why they said they didn't have a guaranteed role for Dwayne Aristode, because they have Ivan Karchenkov and Cam Thomas the 4-star freshman coming in, those two can be at the small forward position.
Yeah, they could. They should be. I still think you need another bigger player than that. I think
You got to replace Koa Pete.
Yeah, you've got to replace Koa Pete. Don't forget, you're also still probably trying to make up for the loss of Tobe Awaka, too. And so you need a guy.
But Krivas can play more minutes. So Krivas was a 25-minute guy.
That's right.
Like one of the recruiting pitches to Mo Krivas to have to come back and say, hey, you can now be a 32-minute per game guy. Yes, they need to get a power forward. There's also, I know C.D. Gay's in the transfer portal, but Mabeel Ma'ud is coming back. He's not coming back to not play. If he improves, he could be a guy who could step in and back up Mo Krivas and maybe not be the 1A, 1B that Mo Krivas and Tobe Awaka were last year, but instead be a 1 and a 2. I mean a starter and a backup at that center position.
An A and a B, an A and a B in that position. I know a lot of this is just internet poking fun and having fun, but do you think there's an outside chance, at least a slim outside chance, that as Koa Pete has now fallen on some of the draft boards to 19th or 20th, that Koa Pete could get enough NIL to come back to Arizona for next year and then improve his draft stock to be a top 10, maybe even a top 5 pick if he came back for a second year?
This is the new part of college basketball, right?
He would make more. He could make more at Arizona in his sophomore year than he could as a rookie going 20th overall to whoever.
Because you could make a really good case that some guys have not done well for themselves by going to the NBA too early.
Correct.
Now, in Koa Pete's situation, he has the physique to do it. He doesn't look like somebody who's not physically ready, but how is his shot ready?
Right. It's not. It's not ready.
It's not. And if he comes back and really improves his shot, he might have a much better situation that when he goes to the NBA, he's got minutes right away and he's not trying to find himself, maybe bounce back, as crazy as this may seem, from the NBA to the G League, and kind of put yourself in that situation.
It's happened.
So I'm sure that they're saying to him, just think about it. Do you want Koa Pete back, Pat, or do you want some of the options that are out there?
I would much rather have Koa Pete back.
Maybe Tiller or Kansas is possible, but outside of him, I don't see anybody else in the portal I would rather have than Koa Pete coming back. So if they have the money and they can do that, and then that's kind of what we can't see under the hood, right, is all these contracts. If they had that would be fantastic. I tell you what, how excited would we be about next year if we had Mo Krivas and Koa Pete coming back? That's almost too good to be true.
Yeah, and maybe that's it. It's too good to be true. And you can't fault a guy like Koa Pete whose agent is telling him, no, go in the draft, and you're going to make so much money down the road. But I think if you just take a step back, and that's why I still think there's a chance he'll come back. We'll have to see. But you've got to have the right people in your corner. And I know coaches usually are saying, you do what's best for you, and we'll talk about it, but you have to talk about it with your family and your agent and all that kind of stuff. But I just hope that those people have the best interest of Koa Pete in mind, that he would be better to come back for one more year, in my estimation, and then go to the NBA, make a lot more money, and be much more ready so that he, as you mentioned, doesn't have to make a trip down to the G League or something like that.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Koa Pete is represented by Clutch Sports. That's Clutch with a K. That's an A-level agency, right? He has done, we've seen the ads for, CVS Health, TurboTax. So he's definitely getting, money here. And in the previous era, let's call it the one and done era, right? I know the previous basketball coach at Arizona, Sean Miller, his feeling to his players was, hey, if you're going to be a first rounder, go. Right? But do you think Dalen Terry could have used a second year?
No doubt. No doubt.
There's plenty of Dalen Terrys out there. Yep. And so, it's not a situation, like I said, where he physically isn't ready, but his shot doesn't look ready, and the knock on him is he only has a move or two,
Right.
And so defenses in the NBA can find a way to stop that.
And even in the big games, his best move was missed shot and rebound and putback a lot of times. That was his best shot. It's like, well, that's not going to cut it in the NBA. And that's not a knock on him. I love Koa Pete, and I love his ability in the future, but I think he needs to work on it.
Cadeau's coming back, and he'd be a first-round pick. Elliot Cadeau, the point guard from Michigan,
right.
He would be a first-round pick, and he's coming back. Who wouldn't want him as your point guard after what you saw from him in the NCAA tournament and the Final Four? Now, listen, I'm sure Michigan's got very, very deep pockets.
They've got more money than Arizona does,
and that's why he's coming back. But there is a situation of a guy who would be a first-round pick. That would not happen. That would not happen a decade ago.
No.
Okay. Do we have a comment here?
No, it was a guy going to bed. He said goodnight from Scotland.
Hey, listen, our viewers from Scotland are important to us.
It's getting late, though. He had to go to bed.
We don't have a lot of viewers from Scotland.
I'm sorry, she had to go to bed.
Samantha from Scotland, you are important to us. I don't know what time it is in Scotland, but I'm guessing it's
like
bedtime.
11 o'clock, that's my guess. Something like that.
So listen, that's the situation right with Arizona basketball. They're going to vote, I guess, on the Tommy Lloyd's contract tomorrow. In the Arizona
that's a formality,
Board of
really. Yeah, it's kind of a rubber stamp. Also, the ASU coach's contract.
I don't know that he's had a press conference yet to be introduced.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
But I did see some social media about him saying
Randy Bennett.
That he was ready for that next step of getting the contract done, and he's ready. And he said all the right things in the little social media post. I'd only leave St. Mary's for one position, and that's Arizona State. Maybe he thought he was going to Arizona, and then it turned out he was going to Arizona State. I don't know, but anyway, he said all the right things in that social media post I saw.
Yeah, it reminds me of Tommy Lloyd's comment that he was only going to leave Gonzaga
for one place.
No, I think it was Arizona or one other place, maybe.
He said Arizona is the only place I'd leave Gonzaga for.
He's been true to his word.
He has. I told you before, we had this conversation in the days as we were traveling out to the Final Four, and then on that Friday, as I kind of predicted that they would announce his contract on that Friday. But we were leading up to that. I said, look, he's a West Coast guy, and it's not that North Carolina, the Chapel Hills, East Coast, as in New York, New Jersey, East Coast, but it's still East Coast. From a guy from the state of Washington, and he's a West Coast guy, and he's always said that.
Listen, Pat, if that makes you feel better, I mean, Chapel Hill's just closer for him to get to Europe.
You say that,
but it's a moot point now.
There is a definite feel about the West Coast, and he's a West Coast guy, self-proclaimed West Coast guy, and so it doesn't surprise me that he stayed. But I'm happy that they were able to pony up the money and get it all figured out. Now reports to Dr. Gamella, and
it'll be interesting to see where Dylan Mingo ends up. He's the #1 point guard, and he committed to North Carolina. He has withdrawn. He's reopened his recruitment. I know St. John's was one possibility. Looks like they're going with International for their point guard, so it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. I know KJ Lewis, former Arizona player, ended up at USC.
How about that?
Third school in 3 years. USC now in the Big Ten. So but I guess he wasn't happy at Georgetown.
I don't think he was happy at Georgetown. And he's a good kid. It's just, the numbers weren't there. He had to leave Arizona. I think he probably wishes he would have gone somewhere besides Georgetown.
I think he would have played this year. If he was at Arizona, I think he would have been the eighth man.
Evan Nelson?
No, he would have been the eighth guy. Yeah,
probably better than Aristode. Yeah, more consistent than Aristode. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, listen, Aristode also got unlucky. Dwayne Aristode, we're talking about when he got sick.
The illness did
because he got sick when Koa Pete was hurt, and that could have been his one chance to get in there and do a few more minutes. Tommy Lloyd not really trust guys and shorten his bench late in the year. The poster child for this was Adama Ball. A couple years ago, ended up transferring to, I think, maybe Santa Clara or one of those schools. And, he just he didn't play Aristode in the second half of those games. So, I not surprised to see Aristode, not surprised to see C.D. Ye enter the transfer portal. He just didn't look like he was making the improvements with the few minutes he got. Listen, I know some guys kind of complain, Pat, I'm only in there for a few minutes or whatever. You got to make the most of that time.
That's right.
It's the old Tom Brady saying of, hey, I only got 2 snaps in practice. You're darn right I'm going to make the most of those 2 snaps so that they give me 3 next time. And when the C.D. Ye goes in there and he's flailing his arms, and he's not in the right place.
And you pointed this out to me that one game he comes in and they're basically his own teammates are yelling at him to get your head in the game.
I forgot about that.
Get your head in the game.
It was Bradley moving him around.
Yeah.
As if he was in the wrong spot.
Right. Like we're in practice in week #1 of a new system, and he should have known exactly where he was supposed to be. Yeah, that was disappointing.
All right, so we've got the 2-minute warning here. It's a football term, talking basketball. We'll make it work. And Pat and I haven't seen these questions before. It's supposed to be a rapid fire situation. The music is cued. Our birthday boy producer Ryan, he's got it ready to go. Ryan, let's take a look at first down. Okay, has the transfer portal ruined college sports? Ruin is not the right word. Change the outcome is the correct phrase.
Yeah, definitely changed it. You can debate whether it changed it for good or changed it for bad, but it's now professional sports. That's all it's done, is it's become professional sports. The portal with the NIL, the ability to pay the player, we've become professional sports with football and basketball.
Yeah, the ruin I think comes from the 4 years and 4 schools in 4 years situation.
Yeah.
They might alter that in the future. Change the outcome, I would say, instead of or made it the Wild West. Ruin, I wouldn't say is the right word. Second down. 2 years later, did Pac-12 schools make the right move leaving?
Absolutely,
Wow.
they did. They had no choice. They had no choice. So if they stayed and waited for the Pac-12 to reorganize.
So I read this question differently than how you're answering it.
Oh.
So
maybe he's got the Arizona logo on there, and that's why I think he means going to the Big 12. Do the Pac-12 schools that went to the Big 12, like Arizona, make the right move? I think they did. Now, if you want to take it the other way, did the Washington State and Oregon State?
I read it differently. The way that I read it was, did UCLA and USC make the right move leaving? Now, that's not how he wrote it. But that's how I read it. When I hear Pac,
well, that can be part of it
because they're the ones who did it. So what I would say is this is too difficult to answer because different schools did it at different times. Did Arizona make the right move leading going to the Big 12? Absolutely. Yeah. Did USC and UCLA make the right move? Maybe financially in the short term, long run, I think it still remains to be seen.
Yep. It doesn't look good for them. Washington. Oregon, probably it's a wash for them, but I think in the long run, we both agree that UCLA and USC probably hurt by this eventually.
So would you say that Washington State, Oregon State just became Group of 5 schools out of this whole situation?
That's it. That's really what happened is it's now back to being the fifth power conference, but it's really not. No. It's not a power conference. So I think it's that next level, and it's above all the rest, but it's just that next level of conference.
All right, third down. Is the play-in tournament going to be a permanent addition to the NBA playoffs? Well, this isn't the first year of it.
Right, no, it isn't. And yeah, I think it's here for now until they come up with something different. This has always been an attempt to get more teams in, to get the interest of fans that are kind of in the, on the edge of making it or not making it, get the fans interested in it. I don't think it works all that well, but I don't know what the answer would be if you want to. You don't want to just expand the field again. This is just a way to. Yeah, it's just a way
They were playing games before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there is some type of some variation of this is going to be a permanent addition.
Yeah, I do too.
I do think that's the answer. To it. The more teams involved late, the more interest there is. I mean, we're kind of spoiled here in Tucson because Arizona basketball is competitive every year. But imagine you're an NBA fan, you're in Sacramento, it's the only team in town, and you're out halfway through the season.
Right.
Or you're the San Diego Padres, that's all they have now, and they're eliminated halfway through. Yeah. So, to keep the team alive a little bit for a little longer, I get that.
Does that. Yeah.
Okay. Fourth down. In Tommy Lloyd's career, would you rather have 10 Final Fours and no titles, or 1 title in only 1 more Final Four appearance?
Over the next 10 years. To me,
No. He's saying in Tommy Lloyd's career.
Okay.
10
Final
Fours and 10 Final Fours and no titles, or 1 title in only 1 more Final Four appearance. I tell you what.
That's a good.
That's
question.
a really good question.
I'm
gonna give a mixed answer. And the fan in me says I want the 1 title in only 1 more Final Four appearance. Selfishly, because we cover this, we want to go to 10 Final Fours and have all that excitement over 10 times. But for the Arizona fan, no, I want the title.
No, and the Arizona fan in me says, give me the 1 title.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying, Jason. There's nothing like going to a Final Four, and after 25 years, you and I finally got to cover one earlier this month. So I would love to go to 10 Final Fours, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy Lloyd's here for another 15, 20 years, they might go to 10 Final Fours.
They're not going to go to 10 Final Fours and get no titles.
That's what I was going to say. Is I can't believe that you could get there that many times and not finally.
That's a hypothetical situation.
It's a hypothetical.
Right. But they're not going to do that, so I don't think we have to worry about it.
Let's put it this way. If he only goes to 1 more Final Four and wins the title, and then it's like, another 10, 15 years of not winning, then his reputation changes, right? His legacy changes a little bit.
Yeah. Wasn't Michigan 1-6 in title games before this year? Something like that. They had a bad title game record.
No.
I mean, the 89 one when they beat Seton Hall with
Fisher was the coach,
with
became
Ramil
the
Robinson,
coach.
and going up against Seton Hall.
But then the Fab
But I think they're
Fives,
like 1-6 or something in title games or Final Four games or something like that. So eventually, what did Sean Miller say? You knock on the door enough, you break through.
Yeah.
He didn't, but usually you do.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to say we don't believe you could go 10 times and not win at least one title.
I'm hearing there's a little glitch in our Huddle poll question, but we can kind of wrap it up on that, though, still. And that has to do with, the grade that you're giving for Arizona basketball, in the transfer portal so far this year. We're giving them the benefit of the doubt, and we're saying B, good so far, but still needs a little bit more work to do. The other options were, a glowing one, I think, was A. They're not there yet. C, too many questions. No, and D, incomplete. D, that's partially true, but they deserve the benefit of the doubt. So we don't always agree. I'm more apt to do the D, and you're more apt to do the B, but I'm with you this time on the B.
And here's what I'll say, Jason, is we've done this show so many years now that we've been in this position, a couple of weeks after or a week after the portal opens, and we've been just sitting here waiting and wondering. And at least this time around, last year we knew they had the 5 stars coming in, and you felt pretty good. We didn't know they were going to be that good, but we felt pretty good. But we still had some question marks. Here we are. We have way fewer question marks sitting here on April 15th, tax day of 2026, than we have on any of the other tax days of the last 5 years with Arizona basketball. That's my impression anyway.
Yeah, and Tommy Lloyd can extend a little longer because he can find somebody internationally.
Yeah,
so
that's true. We didn't know about Karchenkov at all
at
this point last year.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, this has been The Huddle, KGUT 9's weekly streaming sports talk show. For Pat Parris, I'm Jason Barr. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time.